Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. On this channel, I like to showcase the automotive culture and the positive impact it has on its community. On today's episode, we are taking the FD finally up to Powercruise. Currently right now, just getting the car trailered up, and then we'll go pick up the FD. A minor scare when getting it on. What happened was U-Haul wasn't getting any connection for the lights, and if you ever rented from U-Haul before, you'll know that they won't let you leave unless obviously the lights are working. Safety features totally make sense. Everyone should drive with their lights on. Wasn't getting anything. They told me to go to one guy told me to go to the Volkswagen dealership to have the ECM reprogrammed so that it knows that there's a trailer hitch. Called a couple friends. Thank you guys. You guys know who you are, who picked up and looked into it. It ended up not being an ECM issue. It's a 2018 Atlas, and so I decided to look into the harness and where the fuse was and kind of just chase it down. The power wire was totally frayed. And so we cut out the bad piece and you know, just we repaired the wire. We cut out the bad piece, put in a new piece. Everything is good to go. None of this would have been possible without the manager at that U-Haul. It's in Plymouth, Minnesota. Fred was the manager who helped me out. Huge help. Please take your business to the U-Haul in Plymouth. If it wasn't for Fred right now, I probably wouldn't make it to Powercruise until tomorrow. So, yeah. But now we're on the way to DRSC to pick up the FD. Hopefully no more hiccups along the way. A couple things that I have to do while I'm at DRSC is I have to program the keypad. So the nice thing about Heltec on the R3, right now the tuner Sean he's at Grid Life at Road America, and what we can do is we can remote in, and he's able to program the keypad however I'd like it to be. So super cool feature with Heltec. But let's get to DRSC. We're losing time. We're losing sunlight. Let's get there. We are finally on the way to Brainerd. Another huge shout out to Dave at DRSC. I will leave all their information down below. Please give them a call for your next service or builds, bolt-ons, everything. They can do it from A to Z. So be sure to hit them up. And next stop, BIR. We are not going to be able to make it on the track today. I might take it out tonight to see if I can make some shakedown just on low boost, just to make sure everything is good before we go on the track. We'll see what happens.
Powercruise at Brainerd International Raceway is where car enthusiasts come to push limits and enjoy raw automotive performance. It's not just an event, it's a weekend dedicated to living the car lifestyle on the track, in the pits, and everywhere in between. Originating in Australia, Powercruise has built a reputation for delivering action-packed weekends, and its stop at BIR has become a fan favorite in the Midwest. Unlike traditional motorsport events, Powercruise invites participants to get behind the wheel and take part in activities like track cruising, where you can roll race your friends, drifting, drag racing, and burnout competitions. With no pressure to compete, it's all about having fun, testing your car's limits and connecting with fellow gearheads. Whether you're a driver or a spectator, Powercruise at BIR is the ultimate destination for hands-on automotive excitement.
Good morning. It is race day. It is Saturday at Powercruise. Took my Powercruise shower, and now we're gonna go get the car tucked up and get our wristbands. I did take the car out for a little drive last night, just to shake down, just get a little used to the car. But we'll get the real first drive on camera today. And yeah, let's go get tucked up first.
Alright, so I wanted to do a little voiceover for you guys during this first drive. There's a lot to unpack here. Alright, so here you can see this is literally the first time I've driven the car before, and kind of look over at Ross. If you guys haven't met Ross, he's a good friend of mine. We will be having his Skyline build on the channel. So anyways, so kind of driving spiritedly here, trying to understand the car on the track. Even though we did take it out the night before, that was just to make sure no bolts were falling off or wheels or anything like that was falling off. So one thing I did notice, that throttle response is really good. Also, mind you that I haven't really driven manual for a while, so I'm really just trying to understand the power band and kind of how the car reacts. I'm not even really on it. You can see that M3 on my side. I think he wants to line up and race. Be a good project versus project race. I don't know what's done to it. But at this point, I'm just really just trying to understand the car. It is super hot outside. I mean, it's probably, I believe it was very close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So you've never been to Powercruise, so basically you take a little dry run around the track, and then you can line up next to one another and roll race on the two straights. There's one under the bridge, so right at the end of the bridge is kind of your first hit, and then on the long straight, I can't remember how long that is to go to turn 2. At this point, I'm not really looking at the gauges, for honestly. Everything sounded good, everything felt pretty good. Really, again, just trying to understand the throttle and how the car reacts to it. I mean, pretty basic stuff, albeit it is the first drive. So here, right under the bridge, at the end of this bridge, we'll take our first hit, see what it does. I'm in third. So now I hit it. Got a little squirrely. So power felt good, honestly, after that hit. Did get a little squirrely after it, but it Ross tells that BMW that was the first hit we've ever really done with it. Alright, so let's see what it does on the main straight. Oh, see, now it's here, it's bogging. So basically what happened is that because the coolant temperature, so I'm getting boost cut because of the coolant temps. And so when that happens, at this point, the threshold I believe was 225. and if the coolant goes above 225, then it will boost cut at 2500 RPM. So at this point, I must have gotten it hot during the just getting on the track, driving a little spiritedly, and then that first hit under the bridge must have set over the top. So this is the first time that it's happened to us. Also, I've never driven anything with Heltec, so anything kind of just scares you. But here you can see Ross is doing a really good job as a passenger, just monitoring all my levels, making sure to keep an eye on it. So Ross brings up a good question. He's like, well, why is it so hot? It's only one lap. We've got the fans on. We have the electric water pump running. Something just isn't right. So we're both kind of bummed because you have to wait a while in line to get back on the track, especially this is the second one. The second Powercruise usually more busy than the first one. Additionally, this is like the main track session that everyone goes on. I think we waited in line for about an hour, so I think we're both kind of defeated. Ross is, he'll advise me here. He'll advise me here that, we just need to take it off the track and kind of take a look at it. A quote that Ross told me was, "It's okay to ruin your day, but don't ruin others' days." Something around the lines of that. Basically entailing, don't push the car. We don't want coolant on the track. We don't want people to get hurt because of, something going on with my car. And we're better safe than sorry. We've shook it down. We've taken for the first drive now, and then we're going to take it back into the pits and see what is really going on.
All right, so we did end up figuring out some of the heat issues. We had Dave, who's owner of DRSE. He came over to our camp and was able to remote in our tuner, Sean, and so we were able to go for a little bit of a ride, a couple test hits to check out this temperature. Temperature again was the threshold is 225, and then once that kicked on, I'm limited only to about 2,500 horsepower. We adjusted that. Dave said that 245 is really when you should get concerned with coolant temp. And so yeah, we adjusted all that. Took it for a drive. It's better. We never reached up to 245, so that I'm not too concerned about. The cabin and everything just gets really, really hot. So I will have to work on some heat management and doing a better job there. The cabin is super hot. Just some things that notate down now and see what we can do. But overall, it sucks. I only did one lap, but it was good to shake down the car. The downside is that we shook it down on an extremely hot day, so it doesn't really give us a good base or a foundation. So overall, this was progress, and I'm happy. I don't get to do the laps like I do in my GTR, but it's different. It's more visceral. I mean, the hits that we did was a whole lot of fun. But I mean, just to give you guys perspective of how hot it is today, everything was overheating. Not only my car, my cameras. So yeah, you didn't get to see a lot of on-track footage or footage while we were trying to dig. Everything was overheating. So I apologize that I wasn't able to capture that for you guys. But yeah, this was a good shakedown, and put her back on the trailer, and we'll be ready to head out early in the morning. But again, keep you guys posted on the next video, and again, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.